The shooting of another African American man during a U.S. arrest has prompted fresh condemnation of the use of deadly force by police. Rayshard Brooks, 27, was shot dead as he fled officers in a restaurant car park in Atlanta late on Friday. The killing sparked protests. A top House Democrat said Mr. Brooks' actions did not call for lethal force, echoing a statement by Atlanta's mayor. The city's police chief has quit and the officer involved has been fired. Atlanta is one of many U.S. cities where the killing of George Floyd by Minneapolis police has sparked protests against racism and police brutality. Mr. Floyd, also an African American, died after a white officer knelt on his neck for almost 9 minutes late last month. What has the reaction been? On Saturday, protests were held at the scene and blocked a major road nearby. Crowds set fire to the restaurant and police used tear gas. Lawyers representing Mr. Brooks' family said the officer had no right to use deadly force, saying the taser which Mr. Brooks had grabbed was a non-lethal weapon. "You can't shoot somebody unless they are pointing a gun at you," Attorney Chris Stewart said. Also on Saturday, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms announced that Atlanta Police Chief Erica Shields had resigned. While there may be debate as to whether this was an appropriate use of deadly force, I firmly believe that there is a clear distinction between what you can do and what you should do, Ms. Bottoms said. "I do not believe that this was a justified use of deadly force." Representative James Clyburn, a South Carolina Democrat who is House Majority Whip, told CNN on Sunday, "This did not call for lethal force and I don't know what's in the culture that would make this guy do that." The officer involved in the shooting was identified as Garrett Rolfe, 27. He had been in the police force for 7 years. This is the 48th officer-involved shooting the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has investigated this year, according to ABC News. Of those cases, 15 were fatal.